All right, here we go. It is the nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com, brought to you as always by Galactic Fried Chicken. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Make sure you get down to Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15% or get yourself delivery on Uber Eats. They will bring it just about anywhere inside the 275 loop from their Dayton, Kentucky location. All right, Aaron, let's get this show on the road. I didn't know if I was going to do a show tonight or not. I didn't know when I would get home.
I didn't either.
But it actually, comedy shows a lot different than concerts. Concerts, like, you're there late.
Sure.
Comedy shows, the show started at 7:15. The headliner went on at 7:45. She did about an hour and 20 minutes, and we were in the car at like 9:05.
How was old Whitney?
Hilarious.
Good.
We made a tactical error of not thinking. As I told you, Kelly's has something on the right, like right on the right side of her face. She's got some pain right here, right now.
Yeah.
That's not good going to a comedy show. Because when you laugh, it hurts. So we didn't really think of that. About 3 minutes into the opening act, she was like, oh no. Uh-oh. But she toughed it out and made it through. And I don't know if you're familiar with Whitney Cummings. Go watch her on YouTube. She's got a new special. Her 5th special's on Netflix now.
There you go.
She created Two Broke Girls. She starred in the Whitney, which was on NBC for a couple seasons. She's really, really funny. So yeah, we had a great time. Been home, been catching up on some things. The Bearcats released their NFL poster.
Fire.
16 Bearcats in the NFL.
We're not used to this, and I know that obviously there's many.
This is what big programs do.
Well, big programs can't fit everybody. Like there's no way Ohio State can fit everybody onto a poster who's in the NFL.
I mean, you can.
That'd be
They're just really small.
Yeah.
These guys are really small. Like, it looks like one of the NCAA, like when they put one player from every team in the NCAA tournament.
It's a fraternity picture, right? Or
right.
Class of 2000 and whatever, where you have so many people. But here we get to do things a little different.
It's just like, this is a program that for so long was like guys drafted in the 5th, 6th, 7th round and like undrafted free agents fighting their ass off to make roster spots. And over the past couple years, like the stockpile has been building. And then you introduce all the guys from last year into this. And all of a sudden, you got a pretty damn cool poster.
I'm pulling it up, so continue filibustering.
Okay, I'll continue filibustering. I thought you would have it up already, but
wasn't ready for that.
I told you we were going to lead with it. But yeah, like it's very, very cool to see that we're in a position now. Like, that's a lot of Bearcats.
Yeah,
that's a lot of Bearcats in the NFL.
That's not counting practice squads.
Right, that's not practice squad guys. That's just guys that are on NFL rosters. So I just wanted to mention that because I think it is a major sign of the progression and growth of this program that you have all these guys that are out there. And you still see Chris Moore still out there, and Kevin Huber and Jason and Travis, and some connection of the old along with the new. Mike Boone in there. So, and then there's something else I want to show you, Aaron. And you have not seen this yet, and you did not hear about this yet.
Didn't
until I brought it up. Somebody posted it on the message board tonight, and I actually I hit up Jason Kelsey and said, if you guys need help promoting the podcast, you can come on with us, and we'll help you get it out there. Let's make this sure this okay.
Eagles Super Bowl 52 or Chiefs Super Bowl 54?
The Eagles was just everybody saw it coming. I saw it coming.
Nobody saw it coming. As the first team to ever win a Super Bowl when Vegas thought they were going to lose. We were getting points every game.
I was trailing every single game of the playoffs by at least 21 points. It was crazy. Every single game. I lied. Only like 2.
Super Bowl 52 was an embodiment of the city of Philadelphia. It was like a team that was possessed by its inhabitants. An underdog city came out of nowhere and won a fucking Super Bowl for the first time in its existence. This isn't even fucking close. I feel embarrassed that we're even talking about this.
You beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's the only head up you got on this, man.
Listen, Travis, you're going to go in the Hall of Fame. You have more Pro Bowls. You have more All Pros. Let me have the Super Bowl, okay? Just stop being selfish. All right? You're better looking. Let me have one goddamn thing, please.
You mother.
Which Super Bowl ring is
jersey though?
Eagles Super Bowl 52 or Chiefs Super Bowl 54?
Rocking the old school Bearcats jersey.
The baseball jersey.
This has to be appointment viewing for Bearcat fans, right?
Sure.
Like,
Chad, I created a Madden team with all of the players on the poster, and Jason and Travis are like the best players on the team.
of course they are.
I'm just saying, like, we don't forget the Kelseys.
I mean, they're both going to be Hall of Famers.
And for all of those naysayers that I think we're past it now, but for all of those who did say that Travis has no love for Cincinnati, clearly we saw plenty of it last year, and maybe something happened when he came back to visit the last time. I guess when the 09 team was recognized, maybe that's where things shifted. I don't know, but
Nothing shifted. It was just people being ignorant because he said he reps his high school when he does introductions, and he still does that. But he was always doing the UC thing, like he was always repping UC.
I felt like
it was just dumbasses in their feelings, like you.
I wasn't one of those people.
You weren't ever one of those people that like, why does he not say Cincinnati on Monday Night Football?
I was not.
Okay, I would have pegged you as a guy that was on PTP. Like,
quit trying to peg.
I think it's bullshit. He doesn't say UC.
Quit trying to peg people. It's fine. But I'm just saying, we saw. Maybe it was a perfect storm last season though, with the way that Cincinnati went.
Sure.
And him out there also and doing things, and every time, or not every time, but enough times where he scored a touchdown, he's out there doing the UC and all that, and in the end zone. It was great for everybody.
Yeah. Another thing that we wanted to hit on tonight is we talked a little bit. Did we talk last night about the graphics going up, or we had Justin, so we didn't get a.
We had
no,
Justin.
You did. You asked Justin.
I asked him about the Dez, the Kobe, and the Sauce graphics that went up, but there was a new graphic that went up today.
Boom. How about that?
I love this. If they're not, look, somebody took it into their own hands. If we're not going to vote these people into the Ring of Honor, then damn it, we're going to make a commemorative decal.
A wall graphic.
A commemorative decal for
not
these
a
guys.
Decal.
It is a decal.
People, I need you. Is this a decal?
Yes.
Why didn't you call them decals last night? They are wall art, wall graphics. They take up. They're 30 feet tall by 20 feet long.
So they're fat
decals
heads.
Are little.
They're fat heads.
Decals are little. This is not a decal.
It's a decal on a wall. It's fine. It is a large sticker.
But
for all intents and purposes,
to your point, it is about time. There is a lot more of this that happens around campus. And not just football. There needs to be more in basketball as well. Recognize your storied history.
Chad, not even just men's sports. You got a woman in volleyball who has a gold medal. There should be some type of commemoration somewhere, like a very large poster size. This is the female equivalent of a dude. I'm not trying to call her a dude, but I mean, like, you did some cool shit. Like, let's celebrate it.
Right. Some very cool things have happened here.
Yes.
And there needs to be more of an acknowledgement of those things. And guess what? Just a little, like, aside on that. Guys like Jason and Travis, I bet, would be a lot more willing to financially support the program.
Or show back up for that matter.
Well, they both show back up as much as they can right now, but you're playing in the NFL. There's not much you can do to show up on Saturdays.
When was the last time Jason was on campus?
Last year.
Was he?
If not last year, it was the year, it was 19, right before COVID.
Okay.
Because I talked to him on the sidelines. Like,
I didn't know that. So
yeah, Jason's been around plenty. Travis has been around plenty. But the problem you have with both of these guys is it either has to be a UC home game matches up with a weekend that they play Cincinnati in Cincinnati, or UC has a big game and you get them to come on a bye week or like homecoming.
Sure.
Travis was here for homecoming recently.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, I mean, it's tough. But guess what? If they got a bunch of stuff hanging up around, commemorating them around campus, they want to come down, see it.
A lot
with their
easier.
families.
Yeah. I don't know. You have to make sure that you honor the teams that were elite. Plain and simple. And the fact we've talked ad nauseum about this, I feel like, over the course of the last, I don't know, year, 2 years, whatever the case may be. But you have to start putting guys in the ring of honor, like, or whatever we're calling it.
Yeah, it's so weird that they've gotten away from the Ring of Honor.
It doesn't make sense. And now you're so far backlogged that you're going to have to add 15 people just to catch up.
There's been, what, 2 people in a decade? Huber and Shaq Washington?
Doesn't make sense. You've certainly had some people that deserve to be up there.
Well, like they do the Hall of Fame inductions every year, right?
Chat, you're missing.
Why is there not one or two Ring of Honor players put up every year?
How many players are you missing from 13 years ago? On that team alone? 3?
Marty was the All-American, Tony, and Mike Mickens.
I would say, Mickens is up there, right?
No,
I'm sorry. That was one
he
was. I was thinking Pete also. You have to put Pete up there, don't you?
Probably. Pete would be fringe for me in terms of like the elite of the elite. He was really, 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 really damn good. He would be right on the cusp of ring worthy. But Pike, Marty, and Mickens, how are they not?
Like, you're missing so many, and then to have nobody, two in the last decade, you said?
I believe that's dating back to like the 08 team.
Well,
I think the only people that have gone in since then, or at least like, the last 10 years, I can only remember Huber and Shaq Washington.
Why did either of them make it in over TP and Marty?
Shaq Washington broke the receptions record, and this is no slander at Shaq, but he played when Mike Bohm was AD, and Mike Bohm wanted to put a player from when he was AD up in the ring.
I'm gonna need somebody to call John. I know he's really busy lately. He's got a lot going on. I get it.
A lot on his plate.
I get it, but there's some things.
We got a backlog.
There's some things that you could do to honor a at this point. You're probably looking at a dozen players easy. I would think easy a dozen players.
Well, I mean, now Dez, Sauce, and Kobe are absolute locks. Absolute locks. And there's a bunch of other guys that
you got some fringe guys there on that team. Even with,
would you put up Mike Warren or Pete?
If I had to choose,
no. If the baby had to choose,
well, I mean, like, why do I have to choose? Why can't I put both in?
Because I'm just asking you a question. If you had to pick one, would it be Mike Warren or Pete? We're doing a show. I asked a question.
I don't feel like I should have to choose. I think I want both in the ring.
And then you have to answer the third question, or the second question on that. Is Jerome Ford better than both of them?
Well, I was going to say, does Dokes even make it at that point? Because I don't know that Dokes makes it.
Right? It's a backlog, and it needs to be addressed. You got
And
anything
that's
else?
not even getting into the backlog on basketball players that need to be honored in some way, shape, or form.
Don't get me started on the difference between honoring players and retiring numbers.
We've done that show. We've done that show 1,000%. We've done that show. We're about due as basketball season is right around the corner, but we have certainly done that show.
If you've set the bar where you only honor players if they're the National Player of the Year, what the fuck are we doing? We usually don't use the F word on this show, but Jason Kelsey used it like 3 times.
He did. We're not going to get monetized.
So.
I mean, we've only done 15 minutes here. We're not going to get monetized. We dropped too many F-bombs.
Oh, well, it is what it is. We'll see you tomorrow night. It's the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!